Yo, 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 yo. Just enjoying this day. Tuning this 2018 Gixxer 600, which is very comfortable, by the way. But since I'm finna be out, I got a little time on my hand. I figured I'd make a response to all the crazy stuff I'm seeing. Man, I don't even know where to start, but let's just get right to it. Alright, so apparently everybody, you know, have seen the race that I was supposed to have for $500. It was originally $250. I raised it to $500. It was going to be a stock wheelbase versus stock wheelbase. Everything else didn't really matter. But, you know, even after the opponent changed their setup to a swing arm, you know, it is what it is. I still was going to go for it with the bet. So everybody's blasting me and going crazy saying that I didn't pay and that I just took off and that I just did all this other stuff. Apparently I had a gun, I had a whole bunch of everything. And just to clear up the whole gun thing, I didn't have a gun. But whatever, you know, people will say or do anything for attention. Back to the race. We was going to do best out of 3 for $500. What the R1 owner is not telling everybody is that he pulled me to the side, and if anybody was there at the meet, you know, not to put anybody on blast, but a particular person there with a Gixxer 1000 came up to me and the R1 owner when we was in the middle of our little conversation, chatted for a little minute, he gave him a fist pump, and he walked off. Now if you know who you are, you know who you are. But in that discussion, the R1 owner was telling me that, hey, he didn't feel comfortable racing for money, and that he honestly thought we was just going to do some fun free runs. And he even went as far as to say that he would feel bad if he did win and he went home with my money. And I put this on everything that this conversation happened. I said, hey, I respect that. We don't have to run for money. And I even asked him several times, hey, it's up to you. If we can run for the 500 or we don't have to. I mean, it really don't matter to me. And that's kind of what it was. And we agreed that it just was going to be fun free runs. I went back to my bike and I told several people around me that can vouch for everything I'm saying, and this happened before the races. So this wasn't like it was a, you know, oh man, I may lose, or, you know, and backpedaling. It wasn't nothing like that. And again, to clarify, the R1 owner came to me with this proposition. So I never at one point said, hey man, maybe we shouldn't do this. This was all his idea, and I went along with it. And if anybody, like I say, anybody else who was there, maybe if somebody had a camera or maybe somebody just saw me when we was leaving, they can vouch for this. Before we left out the parking lot, I went over to the R1 owner again and I said, hey, are you sure we just doing free runs? And he counted all, he said, yeah, and then he said, well, let's do it for 200. And I said, well, if we're not going to do it for the 500, I don't want to do it. But to him, I guess, I don't know how that translated into me all of a sudden making this mystery $300 bet that he was saying that I said, but that's not true at all. I verified twice that we was running for free runs. And when he did offer the $200 run, I declined it, because if we're not going to race for the initial amount that I said, I just didn't want to do it at all. And we did our races. The first race I won. The second race, I mean, technically he won, in my opinion, due to my error, because I shifted too soon. In the third gear, clearly, if you're looking at it from his camera, he won. But looking at it from my camera view, which I'm going to post all of it here, because like I say, I don't have anything to hide about this situation. But if you pay attention to all the stuff that he's posting and putting everywhere, you notice that not one time he put up the video that I beat him. That's already a red flag to this situation here. If people will hide like any little incident of the ordeal, then that's already you building your case off a lie. But anyway, I posted all of my runs on my Facebook page, which most of the people are in there and seen it, and basically said what my side of the story was. But apparently this guy called the race off. He didn't want to do the money part, called it off, then backtracks and said that I made a $300 bet, and then even tell everybody that I'm running it and didn't want to pay and all this other stuff. But my thing is, if you look at this situation for what it is, just without just trying to take a side because, hey, this is my homie, or hey, I know this. If you look at it for what it is, you can clearly see who's lying in this situation. For one, I have absolutely no reason to lie. I gained nothing from lying about this. Absolutely nothing. I gained nothing from beating this guy. I gained nothing from this. But think about it like this. He gains everything to if he wins, or whatever the case might be. You see what I'm saying? I don't have no reason to lie about the situation. And the people who was at the gas station can even vouch. They even said out of his own mouth that, hey, yeah, you know, I said let's run for free races, and then he switched back and said, well, I offered the 200, which he did, but he didn't tell the part where I declined that and said that I wasn't going to do that because that's not the amount that we originally agreed on. And that's where this whole situation is getting way out of control. So now everybody's hitting me up saying, oh man, he wouldn't lie, I know him, and blah 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 blah. Okay, well, why he's not posting all the footage then? Why are they taking certain little clips from the gas station and putting it just one little section so you can see, make this look like this, or making this look like that? And why are they tagging me in every single thing all day long? This is for attention, man. I don't understand why people don't see that. He even making comments about, oh, should I start a YouTube channel, and should I do this? And come on, bro, how do y'all not see that this is not for attention? I mean, honestly, I'm just mind blown. If you just look at all the evidence that's pointing to this being what it is, and even at the gas station, you got all these little cheerleaders around that want to record and do all this other stuff, and then, you know, man, bro, this is man, we're talking about grown men here, man, that's that desperate for attention that they have to lie about this situation. I have at least 3 people right now that can confirm what I'm telling you. Is before we left, I went up to all of them and I said, hey, he said he didn't feel comfortable running for money, so I said we could just do a free run. And apparently he didn't tell his squad this. So it's like, come on, man. I even have the conversation that we had where I continuously asked him, hey, so you didn't say this, so you didn't say this, you didn't say that. And he just completely ignored the question and keep just saying, man, you know, blah blah blah, I don't want to argue about that. But that's because you lying. And I was there to clear up the whole I ran away. I was there at the gas station for at least 15-20 minutes. So I don't see what the part is about me running. I confronted this dude straight up like a man, and he wanted to be a little cheerleader and be a little girl about the situation, and wanted to go put everybody else in the situation. But then once I leave, now he's a big bad warrior and talking all this noise online. But it's like, man, I was just there in your face and you had none of that same energy. And this is, I have to deal, man, y'all don't understand how much drama I have to deal with. This is what I have to deal with all the time, and it's always a bunch of grown men that just this is almost embarrassing to even talk about. Somebody just want to spread a lie and stuff so bad to try to make themselves look good for whatever reason. I guess he's doing it because he just want to gain him a reputation of some followers, and because clearly it got to be what it is. Because if you're tagging me all day long, all you're thinking about right now is me, which is pretty creepy, then it's like, what's really going on here? If I really owed you this money like you say I did, I mean, why would I stop there at the gas station? And why wouldn't you do nothing about it? If you feel so strongly about it, that's because you know you was lying. And that's why at the gas station, for all the cheerleaders recording, you will see I'm talking directly to this dude, but you see him, he's looking around and talking to everybody else. It's like, man, come on, bro. That's because you know you lying, man. But you know, it is what it is. If people want to say that I'm lying and that I'm running away and that I magically called a bet and then just cut it off, come on, man. And they even got a clip somewhere where it's just saying that, hey, you said you're gonna do this for hype. Yeah, you're right. I made the video to hype up the race so more people can see it. I didn't hype it up because I wasn't gonna race for money. So they take everything and they're putting it out of context to fit the one-side narrative that they're trying to do. But I'm gonna say this, and then I'm not gonna say anything else about it. He called the race off. I agreed to call it off. He counter offered with a lower amount. I declined the lower amount, and we ran for free. That's it. Anything after that he want to say happened, then hey, that's just on him. Either way, I still walked away with my money. So all this big talk and all this other stuff, nobody did nothing about it. And I respectively walked away with my money because it was called off. It's just that simple. The money portion was called off, and he's not telling everybody that. So all this big talk on the internet and all the other stuff is just, it's nothing to me, because you had the opportunity to say and do all this stuff when I was there, and it wasn't done. So anything else you say at this point is just, you just been a drama queen. And that's it. That's all it was, and that's all it's gonna be.